Hi, I'm Tiger.lilie.kibbe, a local real estate agent here in beautiful Nevada County, California. If you've been dreaming about living somewhere with fresh air, farm-to-table food, and a slower pace of life compared to the city, where you can just take a dip in the river after work or hike to a waterfall on a Tuesday, this might just be your place. Now, I grew up here. I absolutely love living here. I plan on living here a really long time. God willing, of course, but I do love living here so much. Let me tell you why more and more people are falling in love with Nevada County. So my family moved here in the 80s. We moved here from the Bay Area. It's very common for people from LA, the Bay Area, other places in California to find Nevada County and just absolutely fall in love with it. So the number one draw, I think, to the area is like the nature and recreation, just because it's so nice. It's such a natural lifestyle here. The nature here is absolutely unreal. It's like a park everywhere you go. Honestly, we have lakes, rivers, forest, hiking trails, biking trails, paddleboarding, boating, fishing. You know, it's got that Tahoe vibe if you've ever been up the hill to Lake Tahoe, but it's warmer in the summer and you don't have as crazy winters as you do in Lake Tahoe. So you can enjoy the year you can enjoy the year, right? You can enjoy it all year a little bit easier than maybe Lake Tahoe, and you can be out on the water longer if that's your thing throughout the year as well. Like a lot of locals, we spend our weekends hiking, kayaking, paddleboarding, or just hanging out at the Yuba River with our friends. And like, that's so nice to be able to just like I could walk to a creek right now. I can drive a short distance to the river or a lake, like multiple options, like 10 fingers. Like there's just everywhere you can go to go be in nature. And that's just the lifestyle here. It's very outdoorsy, very connected to nature, but you're not in the middle of nowhere. So if you love the outdoors, you will feel completely at home here. It's such an amazing recreational community that really values the outdoors, really values spending time at the river, the lakes, and all that we have available at our fingertips. So the next thing that I think really draws people is this amazing community. Like, we really have a super special community, honestly. Like, people come here and they like it. Like, they feel at home here. It's a really active, healthy, tight-knit, but not too small community. So, you know, I could go to the grocery store right now, go to SPD, and see like 5+ people that I know. You know, I grew up here, so I have that edge where I just know like everyone. But you know, even people who have moved here more recently, I talk to them and they're like, oh, everyone's so friendly, so kind, so polite. Like, you just make friends everywhere. You know, you see people walking their dogs downtown or at the park, doing yoga in the park, or even downtown Grass Valley, there's yoga once a week. You can go to the farmer's market on the weekends, or there's one in Grass Valley during the week, I think on Thursdays. But there's a really strong culture of like wellness and health, a lot of body workers and, you know, natural wellness type people and resources here. So people care about how they live, what they eat, what they're putting in their bodies, who they surround themselves with, and the energy and just the community. Like, I think it's a very nice community because we're all trying to become better people. We're all trying to be healthy. So if you're into fitness, health, or just living intentionally in a really sweet community, this place definitely supports that lifestyle in every way. And I do think it's a big draw of why people find this place, fall in love, come and visit a few times, and end up moving here because it's just such a sweet community. So the third thing that's really nice, so we are in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains, and we're in a green belt for agriculture. So the food and restaurant game, the small farm game, is absolutely next level. There's so many farms, so many organic farms, biodynamic farms. We got beef, we got vegetables, we got flowers. Like, you can go to the farmer's market and basically get your entire needs locally grown. Like, you could drive to the farm and get the food. And that is so awesome. And honestly, a lot of places just don't offer that. So it's really, really a privilege, honestly. Like, if we were disconnected from the rest of the world, like, we could be okay because we can actually feed ourselves here. And not only that, but we all value that a lot. So local restaurants and breweries will serve fresh seasonal dishes, like what they can get that week from the farmers. And there's a big focus on sustainability and community supported agriculture, which is so nice. It just builds that community feeling, and you're also like getting healthy and eating organic, and you know, getting the best produce that you can even get. And so that's amazing. It's really underrated. Like, you just have so much more access to fresh, high quality produce and meat, and you can honestly really taste the difference here. So the next thing that I think is a draw is the homes here are so unique. Like, we don't have a lot of like cookie cutter like subdivisions. It's kind of a smaller community. We don't have a lot of like suburb style communities. There's a few that are more like cookie cutter. But for the most part, and even in those communities too, there's a lot of diversity. It's not just all like, oh, everything looks the same. Like, we could be in any place in the United States. Like, the homes are not cookie cutter. They're all unique, which can be kind of annoying too, because a lot of them can be a little quirky, you know, but you can find like charming Victorians, you can have a cozy cabin, you can have A-frames, you can have like dome houses, you can have artist bungalows, you can have like Tahoe mountain style, you know, luxury villas. There's all these amazing styles. There's some Mediterranean, you know, I could just go on and on. But there's so many amazing, unique spaces. Like, every house is like a vibe. It's just unique. And there's a lot of character, and you can really make it yours. And it's, like I said, it's not about subdivisions. It's creating a home that fits your lifestyle. And I guarantee we can find that here because of the variation of different styles. Like, you need a wraparound porch? Cool, we'll find you that. You want a pond in your backyard? Cool, we can find you that. You want 5 acres? Cool. You want horse property to have your horses? Great. You need 5 bedrooms, 4 baths? Great. You want a small 800 square foot house? Cool, we can find you that. Like, there's just everything. It's super fun. There's a lot of unique architecture and styles, which I think is fun. I think people like that because it's not boring, and people who are like, I don't know, kind of more interested in like having a kind of an alternative lifestyle in some ways, just like not wanting that cookie cutter lifestyle, if that makes sense. So who lives here? Who moves here? We have a really diverse mix. Honestly, like, there's a lot of families because we have really amazing schools, and it's so amazing to raise kids here. I grew up here. It's a really good place. We have a lot of retirees. There's a lot of retirees. We have a lot of remote workers who like work in town and then, you know, their company's somewhere else, and lots of creative and alternative folks like artists, herbalists, body workers, healers, and definitely like a few of the Burning Man types too. But it's very open-minded, welcoming community. People are kind, intentional, and I think very deeply connected to this land. I think a lot of people come here and have a sense of reverence and love and appreciation for this community for what it is. You know, the fabric of this community is just so strong, so supportive, and very, very lovely. Another reason I think a lot of people move here is for the schools and education. Like, if you have young kids, this is an amazing place to raise them. And I don't have kids myself yet, but I plan to raise my children here whenever I have them. And I was raised here myself, and I can vouch that it's honestly a really nice place to grow up. It's not a college town, but we do have a really great community college, really great public schools, and a super strong homeschool community too. Sierra College is the community college that has a local campus here, which is a super nice perk for all those, you know, college-minded people that want to get it done at home first. That's what I did, and it was honestly really, really good education. There's a lot of people who grew up here and end up either staying here or moving and then coming back to raise their families just because of everything I'm mentioning. Another thing that's really nice, and I always tell people, is we're in like the best location. Like, we're between Lake Tahoe and Sacramento. You can get to San Francisco easily. You know, we're an hour away from the airport. We even have a Target now, which is really nice. You can get to Reno in over an hour. If you need to get to the Bay Area, it's just a few hours drive to go over to the coast. So honestly, it's so perfect because you get that peaceful mountain town feeling, but you're not really too far away from the action when you want to go get it. Like, I could just drive up to Tahoe. Like, I do that like for a day trip, or I drive to Sacramento or Roseville for my meetings sometimes. And like, it's just a super great location. It's kind of in the middle of all the things you want to be doing, honestly. And then I think Nevada County, like Nevada City, Grass Valley, Penn Valley, Rough and Ready, it's really the perfect size. Like, it's the best size community. It's small enough where you still feel like it's a small town and you get to see familiar faces at the grocery store. But it's big enough to discover new events, restaurants, trails. It's big enough where you're not bored and there's enough going on. It's not like it's like 10 people, you know what I mean? There's enough, but it's not too much. To me, I'm not a city person. I feel like it's nice to have a smaller town. I feel like the city completely overwhelms my nervous system, honestly. Like, I like that we have so much nature here. It's very relaxing. But we have a nice blend of community, fun, and also privacy. And it's a place where you can truly build a life that feels aligned to you, and you can live life on your own terms. It's a very accepting community. It's a very, you know, creative and inspiring place to live. And so you have a lot of opportunities to do that. So if you're feeling drawn to this area, I'd love to help you explore what life could look like here. I'm a realtor, but it's relationships first. Like, if I can help my people, I will be with you long after closing. You will be my client and friend for life. Like, that's what I'm about. I grew up here. Community is absolutely everything to me. So whether you're thinking of relocating, buying a second home, or maybe just planting seeds for the future and want to learn more, Nevada County is full of opportunity, beauty, and heart. And I would love to be your guide, so reach out anytime.